Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone is doing good. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be after the last 24 hours in the world of Leeds United? It's time for the celebration stream. We're going to be discussing everything that happened yesterday, the 6-0 battering of Stoke City at Ellen Road, and then everything that followed on from that. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure that you are liking the video. It just helps get it out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell. Get your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below, and of course, get all of your membership perks. If you just click the join button on the channel, anything that you'd like to contribute is very much appreciated. But yeah, look, wow. I'm still, to be fair, I'm still in a state of shock, really, that it's actually happened, and not that it's happened, but in the manner that it's happened. Literally a matter of weeks ago, we drew away at Luton Town, and fear was really starting to set in for me. Anyway, I was dreading the playoffs. I was thinking, if we have to go through that, again, it just won't work. Leeds United and the playoffs just don't work well together. It just doesn't mix. But then Sheffield United decided to just absolutely, I'll say it, shit the bed. Pardon my French, but, they absolutely bottled it by getting beat by Oxford, Millwall, and then Plymouth Argyle. Bottom of the table, Plymouth Argyle. I'll just add to that as well. We've seen Chris Wilder absolutely lose his marbles in that time as well. And it has given Leeds United and Burnley the kick up the backside that they both probably needed. And I think we've both gained maximum points in that time. And then coming into the Easter weekend, I mean, the Oxford game on Friday was, on paper going into it, you looked at it and thought, well, Burnley went there and drew. Sheffield United went there and lost. So it's going to be a very tough game. Now, yes, the scoreline was only 1-0 to us, but we were really comfortable in that game and thoroughly deserved the victory. And then we knew, obviously, coming into yesterday, that we needed to win and Sheffield United to not win, and we would be back where we belong. And I don't think anyone, and if you did predict this, then go do the next lottery, because you'll probably win it. Because if you'd have said to me yesterday morning that not only would we get promoted, but on our way to doing so, that we would beat Stoke 6-0. 6-0. I predicted 2-0 in my preview. And we were, 4-0 up after half an hour? Honestly, I mean, yeah, we'll get into the game in a second. Obviously, I can see Paul's left a comment, so we'll get into that. Can't wait for the old rivals again, Chelsea, Liverpool, and those other Reds on the wrong side of the M62. Mate, this is what I mean. It's quite surreal that we're going to be seeing these teams at Ellen Road again next season. A little bit scary as well, given, obviously, we've seen how well it's gone for Southampton, Leicester and Ipswich. But again, we're not here to be negative and to predict the negativity that could possibly come our way next season. We need to enjoy the moment. We need to bask in this moment. And like I say, guys, please get your comments in the live chat. I want to know if you were at Ellen Road, if you were at the game, if you were, if you were in Billy's Bar, if you were in the Peacock, if you were just at home, if you were on, tell me tell me where you were, because I find it, it's interesting just to see where everybody was and who you was with, and just this pure joy that everyone would have got from that yesterday. Because my word, I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I'm not afraid to admit it. I shed a tear. When the full-time whistle went in the Burnley-Sheffield United game. Obviously, 2-1 to Burnley in that one, but like we care. And I watched it in Billy's bar. And yeah, Billy's bar was rammed. Apparently, the Peacock, obviously over the road, was at capacity of about 2,500, packed inside and outside in the beer garden. They had it on the big screen out there as well. Billy's bar, like I said, was rammed, and you could get a sense. And obviously, I could see on Twitter, and I was getting messages and stuff, that it was really filling up outside. And it was weird. I didn't want to get into the thing of singing Leeds are going up and all that up, and only until that final whistle went. And yeah, obviously I turned around to my uncle, who I go to the games with, and we shared a hug, and I just started crying. And it was because I think a lot of it, the last time we went up, I was on holiday in Tenerife. I missed everything. I missed that night. I missed Millennium Square. I missed the last game of the season against Charlton when they were on the open top bus. And when I got home, it had all basically finished and all happened. And yeah, the fact that I was at the game yesterday, I stuck around, watched the Burnley game in Billy's, and then I got to enjoy it outside for about an hour and a half afterwards. Was just, it was a moment. It was a moment that genuinely I will remember forever. And that's what it's all about. And I'm sure there'll be Burnley fans that feel the exact same. And you have to give credit where it's due. Congratulations to Burnley as well, for getting promoted. Probably the best attacking team in us and the best defensive team in them have been automatically promoted, and rightly so. But as Richie Boy's saying here, we have now got another task, haven't we, of trying to go on and win the title, which I do think we will, and I think we'll get 100 points now as well. I'm fully confident that we'll beat Bristol City. First game back in Ellen Road after it's confirmed that we're up. Yeah, Bristol City, decent team at this level, pushing for playoffs, but let's just go out there and batter them like we did Stoke and then Plymouth on the last day. What will be there. Do you know what I mean? But I think we'll beat them as well. And yeah, 100 points and we'll win the league on goal difference. That sounds very, very good to me. Burnley, I think, are away at QPR on Saturday, and then they've got Millwall at home on the final day. I expect them to win both games. And like I say, both on 100 points, but we'll win it on goal difference. But yeah, let's just get into the game from yesterday, because that happened, by the way. We actually played football yesterday, which is kind of secondary at the minute, but lineup unchanged, which I think we all expected going into it. Weird to see that Dan James was left out of the matchday squad, and 16-year-old Harry Gray, brother of Archie, coming to replace him. Maybe it was due to the fact that he just wasn't 100% fit. It was quite evident at Oxford when Dan James came on that he just wasn't at it. That instance where he was on the right-hand side and he actually allowed Joe Rodon to switch positions and go on the right wing. He just couldn't run. So it was probably the right decision. It was just a bit confusing as to why he used him at Oxford. But yeah, it is what it is. And I said pre-game, that I think we would have needed an early goal just to settle the crowd, just to settle the players' nerves as well, because it was arguably the biggest game that we've had in the last few seasons. Bigger than Wembley in a way, because we didn't want to put it to Wembley, did we? And I said we needed an early goal. But not an early 3 goals. I mean, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, and then I think, was it 12? Was it 12? I'm just going to get it up again because let's just have a look. Oh, no, sorry, it was 20. So 6, 8, and so 3-0 up in 20 minutes. All from Joe Perreault. And it was funny, the bloke next to me in the South Stand yesterday said, Perreault didn't do much against Oxford. He needs a goal. And I was going, yeah, I agree. And then he goes and bags a 20-minute hat-trick. So, no complaining there. But, just the manner of the finishes. The first one, the way he kind of bends it round your Hansen to put it in. The second one, cool finish just under the keeper. Third one, right at the back post, does well to lift it into the goal. And then his fourth one was kind of scrappy, but still it went in. Junior Firpose was kind of fortunate how it kind of came off his shin to bounce into the goal as well. And yeah, Leeds United find themselves 5-0 up at half time, and you're in the concourse, and I'm talking to my uncle, we're just laughing. We're just thinking, it's so un-Leedsy, isn't it? To go into a game of that magnitude, of that magnitude, and play like that, and have a scoreline like that at half time. It wasn't just the goals. Completely and utterly destroyed them in every aspect of that game. If you've not watched it, you're probably going to look at it and go, oh, Stoke were obviously crap. Which, yeah, they were. But we made them crap. They were coming into this game, I think they'd won the last 5. Or they were unbeaten in the last 5 anyway. Albeit against teams in and around them, but you've got to play what's in front of you, I guess. They were coming into it on the back of a good win against Sheffield Wednesday. And then they saw the levels. They saw the absolute levels. And as Rich is saying here, no Pirro, no party. Completely agree. And I'm sorry, I've got to get this comment up. Rusty Tink on Leeds. Wilder is a wanker. Wilder is a wanker. You know what? Don't care. We'll say what we want on this one. But yeah, Rusty Tinkham, what a guy. Great username, by the way. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, no Pirro, no party. Great 4 goals for Joe Perreault. Puts him at 19 for the season, which is crazy when you think about it. The amount of criticism that Joe Perreault gets on a weekly basis, myself included. There are games when he is anonymous. He is. There are games when that is the case. But when you think about it, 19 goals, 2 clear now of Borja Sainz, and it's, can we really complain about Joe Perreault? Can we really criticise him? Yeah, no player has the right to not be criticised, but yeah, and you know what? I hope he got absolutely baked off his head last night, like he always looks like he is anyway. But another player that we have to touch upon here, Jayden Bogle. Jayden bloody Bogle. Definitely since the turn of this year, but I think looking back now, first 3 or 4 games, a bit shaky, in my opinion. I was having my doubts about him, and look, I'll hold my hands up and say I was wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. But first 3 or 4 games, it wasn't working for me. And I was thinking, what have we bought here? But since then, round of applause for Jayden Bogle, especially the last few games as well. Obviously it's all recency bias, but Preston absolutely battered them on that right-hand side. Oxford, took the piss as well. And then yesterday, I mean, he deserved a goal, didn't he? He really did deserve a goal. I don't think I've seen from a Leeds United right back, not even from Luke Ayling, you know, I don't even think prime Luke Ayling put in a level of performance like what Jayden Bogle did yesterday. I've never seen a right back for Leeds United just take the game by the scruff of the neck like Jayden Bogle did, and he absolutely destroyed them on that right-hand side. It was outrageous. You know, 5 million British pounds was spent on him. And the fact that he got involved with the Wilder is a wanker chant, build him a statue for me. Build him a statue. Richie Boy saying, take his 19 goals away, we would be not in the same position. Bogle. Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Bogle's been immense. And people who wanted Perot out of the team, I just don't understand it. I just do not understand it. Like you say, 19 goals, if you take them away, then where are we? And Rusty Tinkan agrees. That's a brilliant name, by the way. So, yeah, look. Jayden Bogle, immense. Perot, immense. Thought Nonto was much improved. Thought Aronson actually put himself about and had a good game. Solomon, I felt, didn't do much in the game, but still got 2 assists. So, again, can't complain. Thought Tanaka was back to his best. Gruev was good. Rodon and Ampadu, again, just colossus at the back. Firpo, good, gets his goal. Darlow didn't really have anything to do. We see 16-year-old Harry Gray come on and make his senior debut at an age younger than Archie. You know, the 5th Gray to represent Leeds United. You know, some genes in that family. Who else came on? Isaac Schmidt come on. Sam Byram come on. Fine. Did okay. We even saw Largy. I mean, come on, guys. Farker must have been happy for him to put Largy on. Didn't really do much when he come on, in fairness, but again, he's really rusty. And then, yeah, game ends 6-0. I'm thinking, right. And I turned around to a few lads around me and I said, it's our day, this. It is our day. I'm telling you, it's our day. It's happening. Guys, just before I go any further, there's 13 of you in the building. If you wouldn't mind smashing a like, that would be very much appreciated. It just helps get it out there to more people, helps it trend on more people's For You pages. Make sure you're subscribing if you're as happy as I am that we are now a Premier League fan channel, which is brilliant. Absolutely immense, actually. Bloody hell. Get your comments in. Whether you're watching after the live's finished, whether you're watching live now, get your comments in. I'll flash them up on screen if you're in the chat. Check out the membership features, notification bell, and all that jazz. But yeah, game finishes 6-0. And as I said, you know, I'm saying to everyone around me, you know, it's our days. It's happening. But then as the Burnley Sheffield United kicked off in Billy's, my mindset changed. Thought Sheffield United started the game off quite well, which I think I expected. I thought I expected them to come out and be a little bit more intense and try and put it on Burnley, which they did, but they didn't really get any luck doing that. Burnley then get a goal, and you think, right, okay, we'll take this, definitely. Sheffield United strike back through Tom Cannon. First goal in 12 appearances since he signed there for 10 million quid. Brilliant. 10 million quid for one goal. Fine. And it was giving it this to the Burnley fans as well. I thought, get back in your box, fella. Get back in your box. And then Burnley get a penalty. Josh Brownhill at the double. And that second half was agony to watch. But Burnley hold on. And look, like I said earlier, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I shed a tear at full time of that game. It was emotional. You know, it was definitely emotional. We've all got things going on outside of Leeds United in our lives that might be stressful, whether it be work, you know, relationships, whatever. but you go to football to get away from it for a bit, and that's the payoff that you get at the end of it. And it's emotional. It is. And, me and my uncle, we go week in, week out. It's our time that we spend with each other. We talk all the time about football. My dad's unfortunately in a position where he can't really go to football, but again, still talk to him. So I was straight on the phone. I was on the phone to the missus as well. And again, it's just, yeah, it's emotional, isn't it? It is. And the scenes were just, yeah. We will get into the scenes in just a sec. Steve Wood saying Leeds need experience, and so younger lads get good leadership. Yeah, exactly. And look, in terms of transfers, whether it be incomings, outgoings, that is all a topic for another day. But we will attack the Premier League in a better way than last time. Whether it means we stay up next season or not, I don't know. But I think we're in a much better place now going up than what we was last time. Let's put it that way. And I think hopefully with the right recruitment that we will be fine. But that is all I'm saying on it for now. Let's enjoy the moment. For those of you who haven't checked it out, if you go onto my channel and check out the videos section, I did upload a video at 5 o'clock earlier on today. Just a short 5-minute video. I didn't get, tens of hundreds of videos yesterday. I was trying to soak it all in, but I did get a few little snippets and I've uploaded it onto the channel. So if you'd like to go and check that out after this, then that would be appreciated as well. And yeah, like I say, the scenes, as soon as we left Billy's, walking past the Peacock, you kind of like turn left, don't you, where the club shop is and the Bremner statue. And yeah, I just looked, and inside I just thought, I'm like, wow, just look at it. Flares going off, fireworks going off, chanting, people crying, people just smiling, screaming. And yeah, there was thousands, 10 to 15,000, I'd say. I saw one person say there were 25,000. I don't think there were that many, but if there were, fair enough. I'd have said about 10, 15,000, all crammed in outside the East Stand, waiting for the players to come out. We had to wait a little while. We had to wait a while for them, but they eventually came out, and you could see Bogle proper going for it. You could see like Tanaka, there was Solomon, Dan James was on the champagne, Joel Perot. You could see Farker even having a dance. Apparently he said in his press conference he was going to be a fire beast. I thought that was brilliant from Fark. Fair play to him. And yeah, look, the scenes were just, yeah, immense. Absolutely immense. And yeah, it's just brilliant. Richie Boy has just become a member on the channel. That is brilliant. Really do appreciate that, Richie. I do appreciate your support, mate. Like I say, anyone else that wants to get involved on the membership features, go and take a look. And yeah, like I say, big things coming over the summer, hopefully, and potentially as we lead into a Premier League season. So yeah, I'll be thinking of new ways to get members involved and stuff. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Really do appreciate that, Rich. Top man. But yeah, and then obviously everything that the club was posting, everything that fans were posting, the signal outside Ellen Road and inside it, as you all know probably, is shocking, quite frankly. Even with the LUFC Wi-Fi, it's not brilliant, is it? So I didn't really, I got home last night at about 10 o'clock. And obviously I had work this morning, so I wasn't too silly with it last night. And I got home about 10. I watched the Square Balls reaction. I watched a bit of Connor at One Leeds. So all the TikToks, all the tweets, all the videos. And I'm trying to soak it in. but it just wasn't sinking in. I was, seeing, we are Premier League, and even at the ground, and I was just looking at all the flares, and I was just thinking, like, wow, just wow, look at it. And again, didn't experience it last time. Like, I'm sure a lot of people didn't, but, a lot of people went down on that night during COVID, don't get me wrong. But, I was away and I missed everything. I missed everything last time. I didn't even get Millennium Square. I didn't get the last game of the season. Didn't get any of it. So mark my words, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. I will be making the most of it this year. I enjoyed it last night. Whatever, other celebrations will be happening, I will be 100% part of. Whether it's Millennium Square again. I've seen something about Millennium Square happening on the last game of the season. Fine, I'll be there, whatever. And I'm just so glad that we don't have to go through the dreaded playoffs this time. And yeah, like I say, just looking through everyone's content last night, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, getting messages off mates who aren't even into football saying, congratulations. And I had a message from a mate of mine that supports Nottingham Forest. He was like, congratulations, see you next season. And, it's good. It's good. And, give a little bit to my cousin's husband as well, who supports Scum. And yeah, it's good. And I'll be honest, it still hasn't sunk in for me 100%. Not yet. I think it's because we've still got 2 games left. And like you say, someone said it at the beginning, I think it was Rich, saying we need to go for the title now. And look, if we don't get it, fine. We're still going up, and that's more than good enough for me. But going up as fucking champions will be brilliant, won't it? Can you imagine? Imagine if Burnley dropped points. Imagine if Burnley got beat by QPR or something on Saturday. The what? But imagine, and then we win the league effectively on Monday night against Bristol. Wow, I can't wait for that Bristol game now. Obviously, it's last chance we'll be going to. Well, it's definitely the last game that we'll be going to Ellen Road, isn't it? Now the playoffs are happening. Thank God. So yeah, again, if you're going next Monday, like me, soak it in. Ellen Road under the lights for one last time this season, and yeah, it'll be some atmosphere, won't it? It will be some atmosphere. So yeah, guys, I think we're going to leave it there. Like I say, we've been going just over half an hour. Big up to everyone that's joined me this evening. Big up to Richie for becoming a member tonight as well. Again, if you'd like to check out the membership features, then go and check them out. And Richie's saying we'll build it. Yeah, exactly. Build the new stadium, get more fans in Ellen Road for the Premier League. It's all positive at the minute, isn't it? So yeah, like I say, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you are liking it. Make sure you're subscribing if you are brand new, hitting the notification bell, get your comments in and all that jazz. Thank you to everyone that's joined in this evening. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in a bit. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.